Students, today my topic Freedom Movement of India by Sudhir Chandra, your lesson number 7. Central idea for Chandra, it's not just another book of history, it's an introspective journey. For him, Gandhiji is a metaphor for the last hope. Through Gandhiji, Chandra seeks to look within and identify the zones that push a human being to self destruction. The book assumes a poignant tone when it becomes a personal document, but the narrative fumbles when it becomes a mere historical account and recounts Gandhiji's last days. A major portion of the book is devoted to Gandhiji's fast, his biggest weapon. If seen without context, one might ask what wings would flutter if a man stops eating. But such was the moral authority behind this fast, a rarity in human history, that the mightiest empire would fumble, an entire nation would come visiting the man. Yet, this fact was not an absolute truth in itself, a highly personal act. It was not without some political motive. Summary of the lesson: Chandra searches for the possible spaces in our collective or individual consciousness that still carry some possibility for a return to Gandhian principles. Even the violence that is being witnessed today is the violence of the impotent. When armed men attack a village and cut down unarmed people, including women and children. These were Gandhiji's words at the partition violence. That these words ring so true for the violence India routinely seen, even 70 years later, confirms that the nation has betrayed not just its father but also its trust with destiny. So, the freedom movement in India, the complete summary of the lesson. The British in the beginning came to India as traders. After the fall of the Mughal Empire in the 18th century, they founded their political supremacy through wars and diplomacy with the occupation of Bengal. It was in 1885 when the Indian National Congress was founded mainly with the efforts of A.O. Hume, a retired civil servant, and its first session was held in Bombay as W.C. Banerjee as its president. In future, the Congress grew from strength to strength with more and more members joined it. The members struggled for the freedom and welfare of the people. A greater stress was laid on political and administrative reforms. The British public opinion was tried to be won in favor of India by means of greater and widespread propaganda. At first, the Congress asked for two basic issues of representative government and Indian form of the administration. For this, Indians must have the right to send their elected representative to the Provisional Legislative Council. As Bal Gangadhar Tilak emerged as a leader, he asked for a larger number of common people of the country to stand up unitedly to demand their rights. He declared, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. With the cooperation of the common people, Tilak enlarged the field of the freedom movement in the country. Aurobindo Ghosh, Vipin Chandra Pal, and Lala Lajpat Rai also joined the freedom movement. Some extremists were not satisfied with the moderate leadership and they favored violent revolution to end the British rule. Soon Gandhiji started non-violent non-cooperation movement in August 1922 along with the Khilafat movement of Muslims as the common cause. People were asked to boycott law courts and legislatures, give up titles, honorary positions and withdraw their children from government schools. They were to pick shops selling liquor and foreign cloth. The promotion of Swadeshi was asked. The response to the call of Gandhiji was made by thousands of people who counted arrest. It was in Feb 1922 when Gandhiji withdrew the movement because of the violent tragedy at Chauri Chaura of Gorakhpur district. Gandhiji was jailed and communal riots broke out. It was in August 1942 when Gandhiji gave the final call of do or die and started the Quiet India movement, which spread like wildfire. The top Congress leaders were arrested. It was on 15th August 1947 when India became free. So, this is the summary of the lesson. Now, let's discuss the question answers. Important one. What happened in 1857? In 1857, the people of India made their first fight for freedom against the British. What did the British say about their primary objective? They said that their primary objective was the welfare of Indians. Which were the two basic issues on which the Congress petitioned to the British? Representative government and Indianization of administration. So, who were called the extremists? Those who were not content with the leadership of the moderates were called the extremists. Who was responsible for the partition of Bengal? Lord Curzon was responsible for the partition of Bengal. Who organized Satyagraha against the Revolt Act? Mahatma Gandhi organized Satyagraha against the Revolt Act. Who ordered the firing at the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar? General Dyer ordered the firing at the Jallianwala Bagh. When was the Quiet India movement launched? It launched in August 1942. What was the immediate result of Indian independence? The immediate result of Indian independence was the partition of the country into two parts, India and Pakistan. So, this is the summary of the lesson and discussion of the question answer. Thank you.